Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Falcon, Police Dashcam. From a simple traffic stop turning into a deadly tragedy for one reckless driver and an 18-year-old murder suspect exchanging gunfire with police, to a woman's getaway ending in disaster as her car splits in two, and much more, these are the most brutal police chase moments in our 2025 compilation. On July 11, 2022, a domestic disturbance call in Mount Dora quickly escalated into a dangerous gunfire incident. When officers arrived, they located the suspect's Ford F-150 parked in a Walmart parking lot. But before they could make contact, the driver fled, and what followed was a high-speed pursuit with the suspect opening fire on law enforcement.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired, Lane! Shots fired!
The suspect fled at extremely high speeds before losing control and crashing into the Mount Dora church building. As officers moved in to make contact, the suspect drew a firearm and opened fire, triggering a fierce shootout. Following the shootout, the suspect was found injured and received immediate medical attention before being transported to a trauma hospital. He was later identified as 18-year-old Johnny Santiago. With the series of events that unfolded, Santiago is now facing a long list of serious criminal charges.
I'm concerned for my nephew. My nephew's in the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds, and my brother is missing. So I'm here concerned for both of them. But at least I know where my nephew is. I don't know where my brother is.
Wires through some electrical fencing here.
On June 1st, 2023, chaos erupted on the streets of Indiana when a suspect stole a full-size yellow school bus and led police on a wild chase. What made this case go viral wasn't just the danger, it was the sheer absurdity. The massive bus barreled down roads, tore through a cornfield, and even plowed through a cemetery. A scene straight out of a movie, but this time it was all too real. According to initial reports, the school bus had been used for route training ahead of summer classes and was unoccupied at the time it was stolen. No children were on board when the suspect took control of the vehicle. deployed a spike strip and successfully blew out the front tire of the stolen school bus. In response, the suspect veered off the roadway and barreled straight into a cornfield, kicking up a massive cloud of dust in a desperate attempt to escape.
I'm back here. Don't drive me out of here.
In a final attempt to flee, the suspect tried to steer the school bus back onto the pavement, causing it to nearly flip. That's when a pursuing patrol unit rammed the front of the bus, bringing it to a complete stop. The suspect was pulled from the vehicle and identified as Chad Murdoch. He now faces multiple charges, including resisting law enforcement, criminal recklessness with a vehicle, possession of stolen property, and criminal mischief.
How you doing today? Trooper was with the Michigan State Police. The reason for the stop today was I noticed you were on your phone back there.
Yeah.
Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance? Here's that for you. Oh. All right, take care. Go. Follow the car. You're behind the car, right?
Michigan State Police attempted to stop a white Ford Escape linked to a park shooting. Instead, the suspects fled through West Detroit, triggering a high-risk pursuit. Would troopers bring this dangerous chase to an end before more violence unfolded? The Ford Escape tore down Livernois at over 80 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and blasting through intersections. Even after both left tires failed, the suspects kept going, sparks flying. Would officers find the right moment to strike? As the SUV crawled toward Joy Road, MSP executed a precise pit, spinning the vehicle to a halt. The Ford Escape was instantly disabled, forcing the suspects to bail. Officers swarmed in, locking down the scene within seconds. Both suspects were taken into custody, and a firearm, possibly linked to a recent park shooting, was recovered. Now facing felony fleeing, resisting arrest, and illegal firearm possession, will the growing evidence lead to additional charges as the investigation unfolds? This next chase shows how quickly a reckless moment can lead to serious consequences, especially when FHP steps in. November 8, 2024. Tampa police warned of a planned street takeover, and just after midnight, chaos erupted. Dozens of cars spun wild donuts in a University Plaza parking lot as FHP units rushed in. What happened next turned the night into a full-speed showdown. More than 10 juveniles took off from the scene, including one white Nissan Altima heading eastbound. The car came dangerously close to slamming into two clearly marked FHP units, lights flashing, sirens blaring. As soon as the driver hit the main road, she suddenly floored the gas, trying to make a run for it. Sensing the imminent danger, the officer didn't hesitate, executing a textbook pit maneuver. The result? Better than expected. The car spun out and came to a stop right on the side of the road.
Put your fucking hands up! Put your fucking hands up!
After wrapping up that intense chase, these officers definitely earned themselves a little reward. Maybe a well-deserved coffee break at the nearby Starbucks. Me and 308 others are on the same page with this one. What about you? Both the driver and passenger surrendered without resistance and were transported to the Hillsborough County Jail. They now face felony charges, including unlawful racing on highway, during a coordinated street takeover and aggravated fleeing to elude. In the next case, bullets fly as a desperate suspect turns a chase into a full-blown gunfight. October 30th, 2024, St. Louis County, Missouri. A Lexus with dark tint and no proper plates is pulled over near Calvert and North. But what should have been a routine stop takes a darker turn.
Breckenridge, the only reason I'm stopping you is you have an improperly displayed front plate. You got some dark tint on the car. Is there any reason why you're not wearing a seatbelt?
My car is out of mess.
State's gonna be en route.
Stuff right now.
Your seatbelt's messed up?
No, I just really do that because I sets the alarm.
You're mumbling, bud. What's up?
My ears just ready for it. That's
Should be there or somebody tell us.
The officer suspects the driver is impaired and asks for a sobriety test. The man refuses.
Okay, are you willing to take some tests to make sure that you're going to drive? I'm just trying to make sure you're good to operate the motor vehicle.
yes, sir.
And so you're doing a lot of mumbling. I smell alcohol.
No, honestly, with your own person, so like that's necessary.
Okay.
With you.
So you are not willing to take any of those tests to alleviate my concerns that you might be driving while intoxicated? Okay, so just to be clear, you are not willing to take any of the tests. Or you can refuse to take the test and then I can arrest you for your refusal.
No, I don't. But I'm really talking to the officer like next. I'm trying to not sure it's just spark.
Sensing the tension rising, the officer acted fast, dropping a tire deflation device by the front wheel. The driver's refusal and erratic behavior were red flags. It wasn't just a traffic stop anymore. It was the calm before the storm. Despite losing a tire, the suspect sped up to 80 miles per hour, refusing to stop. Just before the ramp, he lost control and veered off the road. But it didn't end there. Gunfire erupted from inside the vehicle, and an officer was struck. The situation had escalated far beyond a routine pursuit. Faced with a deadly threat, officers reacted without hesitation, opening fire with tactical precision. In a matter of seconds, 87 rounds were discharged, striking the suspect and ending the standoff. Their swift and coordinated response neutralized the danger, and the wounded suspect was rushed to the hospital for emergency care. Inside Javon Henderson's vehicle, officers recovered a 9mm semi-automatic handgun and an AR-15 style pistol. He is charged with assault in the first degree on a law enforcement officer, armed criminal action, and resisting arrest. Next up, we head to Wauwatosa, where police chase down a stolen Toyota Highlander through tight streets and tense moments. On February 24th, 2023, Wauwatosa officers were in hot pursuit of a stolen Toyota Highlander. The suspect wasn't holding back, blowing through red lights and tearing through residential streets at high speed. With every turn, the risk of disaster grew. One wrong move, and this chase could have ended in tragedy. With the roads covered in snow and dangerously slick, choosing to use stop sticks was the smart and safe call. It minimized risk for both the public and the suspect. Hats off to Wauwatosa police for keeping their cool and putting safety first. At North Avenue near 104, the suspect recklessly forced the stolen SUV between two civilian vehicles. causing significant damage to both. But karma hit quick. The impact shredded one of the tires on the Highlander, giving officers a major advantage in the pursuit.
Flat tire, continuing west. Eastbound on North Front, right away around. Heavy traffic. It's got a front flat tire on the passenger side. They're going to have to stop it pretty soon. Continuing east. Northbound 103 coming out the North Avenue right here. Eastbound North Avenue from 103. Tires on the rim. About 14 miles an hour right here.
Approaching Mount Mary, Tower View. Missed the sticks of Tower View, still northbound, approaching the entrance to Mount Mary.
At Tower View, officers deployed stop sticks, and this time they hit their mark. The stolen SUV's tires were shredded instantly, forcing the suspect to drive on bare rims. Desperate to keep moving, the suspect dragged the crippled vehicle for a few more blocks before finally coming to a stop.
Any squads in the area in that pursuit, in case we were to ask you to
The suspect was taken into custody without any resistance. He now faces multiple charges, including vehicle theft and fleeing from law enforcement. But here's the question. While Wauwatosa police chose to pursue rather than use force early on, was that the right call? Let us know what you think in the comments. And to close it out, FHP takes the wheel, turning a felony pursuit into a masterclass in precision and control. May 29th, 2024. A white Ford truck fleeing from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office tore up I-95 northbound. As mile marker 321 flashed by, FHP Trooper C. Musial turned into position, emergency lights blazing, ready to intercept. But would the driver stop or force a showdown on the highway? The Ford F-150 was all over the highway, changing lanes non-stop and hitting speeds of 100 miles per hour. With heavy traffic still on the road, Trooper Musial made the smart call to hold off on the pit. For now, public safety came first. A few minutes later, Trooper Hansen joined the pursuit near Emerson Street, and that's when things started falling into place. As they approached the Fuller Warren Bridge, Trooper Musial executing a pit that sent the truck veering onto the left shoulder. The Ford F-150 slammed into a black SUV, causing a violent collision. The couple inside the SUV sustained minor injuries, but their vehicle was completely totaled. Suspect Alexandria Mason was quickly taken into custody and transported to UF Health downtown before heading off to jail. The crash involving the black SUV has sparked heated debate. Some viewers are backing the police. Others argue it was too risky with innocent drivers nearby. What about you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think. September 7th, 2022. As traffic sat frozen on I-55 near Exit 1, a red Pontiac Grand Prix tore down the shoulder at 50 miles per hour, bypassing stopped cars. Mississippi State troopers had one choice: intervene fast before reckless became deadly. As the officer approached the driver, a strong odor of marijuana hit him instantly, pouring out from inside the vehicle. In the passenger seat sat a woman, and just like the driver, neither of them had any ID. That only raised more red flags about what might be hiding inside the car.
Trooper Robert State Police, I stopped you for passing on the shoulder, my man. You got your driver's license?
I don't have a license. I was taking her to the hospital. She got the village and the booze.
Let me ask you a question. You smoke marijuana? And be honest with me, because I can smell it on you.
Yes, before I got in the car, I did, but there's no marijuana in the car. You can.
There's marijuana in the car? There's not in it?
There's none. You can.
But you do the paper, stick your tongue out. Okay.
As the vehicle search began, the woman suddenly walked over and said there might be a gun in the car, a complete 180 from what she had claimed earlier.
There's a possibility that my brother's gun might be in this car, just so you know, and if it is, it's in the trunk. I just want you guys to know.
Okay, stay up around the corner for me.
Was she hiding something all along? In a flash, she dove into the driver's seat. Officer Roberts lunged for the keys, but missed by inches. The engine roared, tires screeched, and just like that, she was gone. A narrow escape, but it wouldn't last long.
4-4 City, she wrecked out, 4 City, it's going to be 10-16.
At 100 miles per hour, the red Pontiac slammed into the rear right side of a box truck and was torn clean in half. The scene was pure devastation, unfolding right before Officer Roberts' eyes. The box truck driver might just be the most unfortunate one in all of this, caught in the chaos through no fault of his own. Some of our viewers have had some very interesting comments about this situation. Do you agree with them? Leave a comment below. The suspect was identified as Brittany Johns. A .22 caliber pistol was found in the back seat of the car. She is wanted in Illinois with a full extradition warrant.
I really do love her, though. Like, I love her.
A black Infiniti sedan blew past an active traffic stop on Interstate 10, ignoring lights and passing 3 troopers at 70 miles per hour. When Trooper Dixon attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver refused to yield. Was this routine violation hiding something far more serious? The black Infiniti initially blended into traffic, but a sudden exit at mile marker 217 triggered suspicion. After doubling back, confirmation hit. This was a murder suspect from Orlando. With clearance given, troopers re-engaged westbound on Interstate 10. What would happen next? As traffic thickened, troopers moved in. The suspect weaved through vehicles, but a coordinated pit maneuver brought the pursuit to a halt, ending the chase with controlled precision. Did you notice that it was a crazy coordination? The vehicles came in from all directions as if perfectly choreographed. Clary was taken into custody and charged with felony fleeing and eluding. in addition to active Orlando PD warrants for first-degree murder and arson. Now held without bond in Leon County. How soon will extradition proceedings begin? This next pursuit proves that even German engineering can't outrun flashing lights. Arkansas, February 22, 2025. A routine traffic stop on Interstate 40 escalated into a high-speed pursuit when a gray Mercedes with California plates refused to pull over. The suspect weaved dangerously through traffic as Arkansas State Police closed in. Would this chase end in a dramatic takedown? The suspect pushed the Mercedes past 130 miles per hour, nearly doubling the speed limit as he weaved recklessly through traffic. Cutting between lanes and overtaking on the right, he showed no signs of slowing. Other drivers swerved to avoid disaster as the suspect recklessly tore through traffic, showing no regard for life or property. Officers relayed pursuit details over the radio, calling in backup from Team A. At mile marker 175 in Lenoke, a PIT maneuver was executed, but the suspect still fought to escape. At 90 miles per hour, Trooper Tanner Crossland executed a perfectly timed pit and took down the suspect. The suspect was subdued shortly thereafter, and the pursuit ended without causing any further damage. How do troopers train for PT maneuvers like that? Is there a standard technique they follow? Or does it vary based on the situation? The suspect was identified as Dominic Copenhaver. His driver's license revealed to be revoked out of Maryland. The driver was convicted of many crimes: fleeing by vehicle, substantial danger of death, reckless driving, driving on revoked driver's license, improper passing on right, impeding the flow of traffic or continuously driving in the left lane. And now we head to Arkansas, where a traffic stop turned into a full-blown disaster. An Arkansas state trooper stopped a woman for driving 96 miles per hour. At first, she was calm and even chatty, but when the trooper smelled alcohol and began a DUI check, the situation spiraled out of control.
I can smell alcohol inside the vehicle. Nobody's been drinking this morning, have they? No. Last night? Nothing? Tip of the pen with your eyes. Don't move your head, okay? You sure you haven't had anything to drink? All right. Big deep breath.
Under the influence of alcohol, she completely lost touch with reality, mistaking the breathalyzer for a gun and believing the officer was trying to shoot her.
Big deep breath. No, I'm not shooting you. This is a PPT. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Wait,
I'm going to take you to jail to test you for DWI.
The situation hit its peak when she pulled down her pants and defecated right in front of the officer, and the dash cam was rolling the whole time.
I'm going to get... No. Turn around. Turn around.
She resisted arrest and even tried to bite the officer's arm, forcing him to deploy his taser to regain control of the situation.
Stop it! I'll tase you right here. Are you getting I'm going to tase you. Stand up here. Ma'am, I'll tase you. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Okay.
Get on the ground right now. Get on the ground. We'll pull your pants up shorter.
Pulling up my pants just a minute. Don't do it. Stop. Don't do it.
Get on the ground.
Joey. Stop it.
Get on the ground.
Don't do it. I'm going.
Turn up. Go ahead. Get that. I'm not going to kill you, ma'am. I'm trying to get you to go to jail.
The truck driver deserves serious respect for stepping in and risking his own safety to help the officer. And once he saw everything was under control, he quietly left the scene.
Where's my car?
I appreciate you stopping. I've got her keys. Thank you. It's back here, too.
The incident only ended when more police officers arrived to help. He tried to stay calm and handle things as professionally as possible, but things had gotten out of hand. This incident will probably haunt him for a long time. Finally, a chase that forces us to ask, what kind of parent risks everything, with 2 kids in the car, just to outrun the law at 151 miles per hour? July 10th, 2023. A Camaro blasts past an ASP trooper and makes a split-second choice: run. He weaves through traffic, exits and re-enters the highway, desperate to vanish. But this trooper won't back down. Near misses, tactical moves, and a shocking ending with children screaming. You won't believe how this chase unfolds. Camaro SS had the power, over 450 horsepower built for speed. But the trooper had something more: skill, patience, and relentless determination. No matter how hard the suspect tried, jumping highways, flooring it, the trooper never backed down. In the end, it wasn't speed that won, it was discipline. Even though the chase unfolded mostly on open highways, some drivers still refused to yield, ignoring lights and sirens, adding unnecessary danger to an already high-risk situation. Should police departments consider issuing fines for drivers who fail to move over during pursuits? As the trooper brought the pursuit to a safe end with a controlled piet, the sound of children crying "Daddy" cut deeper than the chase itself. It's a painful reminder that even reckless choices leave innocent lives in their wake. Hopefully those kids grow up to break the cycle, not follow in their father's footsteps. February 21st, 2024. A wanted felon from Wisconsin leads Florida troopers on a high-speed rampage through Escambia County. Driving wrong way at over 100 miles per hour, causing multiple crashes. How far will he go before it all comes crashing down? As the suspect pushed the Audi past 100 miles per hour, another trooper joined the pursuit, right before the vehicle took a hard exit onto 9 Mile Road. The chase was heating up fast.
Okay, yep, I see him. He knocked over a trash can on his way out. And he's back westbound Oleander, coming back out. Alright, coming back out Oleander Palafox, making the right turn northbound Palafox, northbound Palafox.
Palafox.
Alright, coming across airport. Tallahassee, I'll give out the updates. You blocked me on the radio when you repeat it. Northbound Palafox just crossed the airport, the second unit. That was obviously him right there. He's coming up on Industrial. Majors, he's slowing down, making the left turn. He was a little slow. Left turn stump field. Left turn stump field.
While flying down Highway 97, the suspect suddenly jerked the wheel left onto Sunshine Hill Road, cutting off two vehicles traveling in the same direction. It was a reckless move that nearly caused a serious crash. Aerial footage from a helicopter reveals just how close things got. The suspect barreled straight into oncoming traffic, missing a fully loaded fuel tanker by less than 2 feet. One wrong move, and this could have turned into an explosive disaster.
He is driving on the wrong side of the road, just out and out driving on the wrong side of the road now. Woodland, he's 29 in Woodland Avenue. Still northbound in the southbound. Okay, he's getting turned around now. So, the trooper, there you go, that's him turning around. That's him that just turned around right there. So he's southbound 29, southbound 29. Alright, and he just made another U-turn in front of the deputy there. Now he's back northbound 29, northbound 29. Alright, so I got at least two close on it, one trooper, one deputy. Northbound 29.
Officers began to close in, looking for the perfect moment to end it with a pit maneuver, but the suspect wasn't giving in. He kept jerking the wheel, swerving wildly to block and endanger the patrol units closing behind him.
I think the trooper's going to go for a pit here. Alright, looks like the trooper's going for the pit. If we can just keep somebody close for him. The trooper's up there. I can't talk to him right this moment. I'm having my own radio issues. He's slowing down Quintet Road. Alright, he's eastbound, made the right turn on Quintet Road, eastbound. And he's making the right turn on Molina. Right turn Molina westbound.
When the pursuit hit an open stretch of road, officers seized the moment.
That's a good pit, good pit. Good pit, everybody slow down, got one in the road. Alright, that's a good pit, Molina Road.
A textbook pit was executed perfectly. The suspect's vehicle spun out multiple times like a scene straight out of a Hollywood action movie before crashing into a roadside ditch. Meanwhile, the patrol unit also lost control and smashed through a mailbox on the shoulder.
Alright, that's a good pit, Molina Road. About 3900 block.
Suspect's coming out.
Haytengott miraculously walked away from the crash, but with charges
Still,
like disorderly conduct, criminal damage to property, felony bail jumping, and false imprisonment, it's safe to say he'll be spending a long time making up for it behind bars. In the next clip, officers face off with a driver who turned a Corvette into a ghost in under a minute. August 23rd, 2022. A silver Corvette with Arkansas Lockegg law enforcement plates gets pulled over for tinted windows on West 9th. But moments after stopping, the driver slams the gas and bolts. Why did a car with a police plate flee like a wanted man? What followed was a reckless, high-stakes chase no one saw coming. After dropping off the passenger, the driver floored it, racing past 80 miles per hour. In broad daylight, he vanished from sight, slipping through a sharp curve just ahead as officers lost visual. Hitting nearly 100 miles per hour, the Corvette blew past two patrol cars on West 18th. But as traffic thickened and rain poured down near Pike and Pershing, the pursuit was forced to end due to dangerous conditions. And with rain falling hard and traffic building up, the Corvette disappeared into the distance. Arkansas officers made the rare call to end the pursuit. After all, it's not every day someone outruns the ASP, especially with a license plate that reads, La Heg. He may have slipped away for now, but the clock's ticking. Up next, a teenager behind the wheel, a highway at night, and a crash that proves 100 miles per hour is a price too high to pay. July 1st, 2022. Just after midnight on US 19 near Tampa Road, a blue sports car caught the eye of Florida Highway Patrol, swerving, signaling without turning, and speeding 150 miles per hour over. What started as a traffic violation was about to escalate fast. As troopers closed in, the driver hit the gas, rocketing past 140 miles per hour. The suspect's vehicle darted between lanes, recklessly weaving through traffic and putting countless drivers in danger. As the pursuit approached Pasco County, troopers spotted the front passenger tossing small items out the window, believed to be narcotics. After 2 pit maneuvers, the Maserati was slammed into the shoulder and boxed in. Nowhere left to run. Devin Requeno, drenched in sweat and reeking of alcohol, was pulled from the car and arrested for reckless driving and fleeing. Even then, he stayed defiant, slurring his words and refusing every command from law enforcement.
120-168-98.
All right, man.
220.
Not a good choice tonight, right? So you
On March 2nd, 2025 at 11:44 p.m., a black Toyota Corolla tore down a 49 at 98 miles per hour. Arkansas State Trooper Richard Surrett picked it up without hesitation. What pushed this driver to risk everything in the dead of night? The suspect didn't even slow down, blew right through a red light, then floored it straight into a quiet residential neighborhood, hitting nearly 60 miles an hour. With kids, pets, and families just feet away, every second of this chase felt like a ticking time bomb. The driver suddenly veered into oncoming traffic, straight into the opposite lane like he didn't care who was coming. It was a reckless move that could have sparked a head-on collision in a split second. After 2 spot-on TVI hits, officers brought the chase to an abrupt end, but not without casualties. 2 unlucky street signs got taken out in the process. The suspect, Zachary Joseph Kennedy, made a run for it but didn't get far before being cuffed. Meanwhile, a woman riding in the back suffered minor injuries and was rushed to Mercy Hospital. Felony fleeing, criminal mischief in the first degree, fleeing on foot, stacking up charges like that can land you behind bars for up to 6 years. All that, just to run from the cops? Was it really worth it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. On April 3rd, 2022, Milwaukee police spotted a Mercedes committing multiple serious traffic violations, blowing through red lights, ignoring stop signs, swerving into the wrong lane, even driving on the sidewalk. The driver was hitting speeds up to 65 miles per hour, putting lives at risk. And that was just the beginning of everything that followed. The suspect charged into a densely populated area at 65 miles per hour, weaving through streets and constantly changing direction in a desperate attempt to shake the cops. But it turns out, ditching the police isn't as easy as he thought.
Going downtown, you do green field with your red light. Doing southbound against me here. 50 miles an hour. Still coming through.
The tension peaked when the suspect blew through a red light at a busy intersection, coming within inches of slamming into another driver. But even that close call wasn't enough to slow him down. He was still hell-bent on getting away. From the outside, officers could see the suspect hiding something under the seat, raising serious suspicion that he might have a gun. That one move instantly put all three pursuing patrol units on high alert. As he got closer to a church, it seemed like the weight of his actions finally caught up to him. Maybe guilt had pushed him to his breaking point. The suspect tried to get rid of something in the hope that no one would notice, but it was too late. On South 23rd Street, the suspect finally brought the chase to a quiet end. No injuries, no crash. But make no mistake, with the reckless choices he made, he's now looking at a minimum of 36 months behind bars for fleeing. Milwaukee police had at least 3 clear chances to pull off a pit maneuver, but instead, they played it safe and held back. Do you think that was the right call? This next pursuit proves that when sheriffs get serious, there's nowhere to run, not even on April Fool's Day. April 1st, 2021, a gold Chevy Suburban blew through a stop sign off R-75, jumped a curb, and veered into oncoming traffic on County Road 234. When Deputy McGuigan lit up his patrol car, the driver hit the gas. What was waiting at the end of this reckless escape? As the suspect turned onto southbound US 441, he lost control and veered straight into oncoming traffic. For a moment, it looked like a head-on collision was inevitable. He pushed the Suburban to 100 miles per hour through an active construction zone, reckless enough on its own. But then he flipped off the deputy mid-chase, adding pure defiance to raw speed. After several failed PIT attempts, Deputy McGuigan finally forced the suspect's Suburban into the median. But the chase wasn't over. The driver slammed into the patrol car twice, then roared back onto the pavement. The spike strips were laid out on the left side of the road, but the suspect stayed to the right, completely avoiding them. It's unclear what Deputy Dasher's plan was in this moment. After taking a wild detour through Chilaka Boulevard and Kennedy, the suspect circled back south on US 441. That's when Deputy Stevenson made the final move, executing the pit that brought the chase to him.
Towards San Diego.
successful, good. We're just trying to back out of it, y'all.
I'm stuck in my car.
The driver, identified as 33-year-old Martin Richardson, is now facing a laundry list of serious charges. With everything stacked against him, his bond has been set at a staggering $245,000. In the next case, a reckless biker thinks he can outrun FHP until the pavement taught him otherwise. February 9th, 2024, on a 75 near mile marker 156, a black motorcycle with a hidden plate blew past Florida Highway Patrol at high speed. With the tag concealed and the danger rising, Trooper Shira locked in. On Interstate 75, the suspect was flying, clocking over 150 miles per hour. He weaved through traffic with barely any space to spare, recklessly threading between vehicles at breakneck speed. It was a heart-pounding setup for the dangerous chase that was about to unfold. In an attempt to stop the chase, troopers managed to force the rider up onto the shoulder, but that didn't slow him down one bit. His recklessness only escalated from there. At exit 143, while desperately trying to escape, the suspect lost control and veered off into the grass, bringing the high-speed chase to a sudden end. He was quickly taken into custody. The rider was identified as Julian Angelo Zamet, now facing charges of flee to elude along with several other offenses. March 3rd, 2022. A silver Porsche Cayman blasts down I-85 at insane speeds, swerving through traffic like it owns the road. Trooper Thomas spots it and flips on the lights. But instead of pulling over, the driver floors it. What follows is a reckless, high-octane pursuit, filled with danger, close calls, and one burning question. How far is he willing to go to escape? At over 119 miles per hour, the silver Porsche Cayman flew past mile marker 96, weaving recklessly through traffic with zero regard for life. Near mile 99, the driver veered onto the shoulder, lost control, and slammed into a tow truck loading a white pickup, jamming the Porsche beneath it. Twisted metal and shattered glass painted the scene. But was this the final stop, or the start of something even darker?
Hey, show me your hands! Both of them! Don't fucking move! Hit somebody and just him? Oh shit! You stupid motherfucker! Don't you goddamn move!
The Porsche driver was barely conscious, dazed, sluggish, lost in the wreck. Then came the devastating twist. The man from the white pickup had been launched over the median, crashing down onto Dawson Boulevard. In a flash, chaos turned to catastrophe. An innocent person lost their life during a police pursuit. It's a heartbreaking outcome, but it raises a difficult question. Are these high-speed chases truly worth the risk? How do we weigh the need to catch fleeing suspects against the potential danger to innocent lives? Victor Allen Smith now faces severe felony charges after crashing into a tow truck and killing bystander Hugo Martinez at the scene. He could be convicted of DUI, felony fleeing, vehicular homicide, reckless driving, and refusal to submit to a chemical test. One reckless decision ended a life and may cost him his freedom forever.
Oh! Yo!
Next, a man makes a bold move by stealing a police cruiser. But what happens next proves it wasn't a smart getaway. May 8, 2024, what started as a simple request for a driver's license escalated into a dangerous high-speed pursuit. When officers ordered the driver out of the vehicle for further checks, he didn't argue. He hit the gas. In a split second, calm turned into chaos.
Down,
16 west, going towards downtown. Below our speed call 70.
He's stuck in some traffic behind a school bus.
I got strips up.
He's just past the school bus on a double yellow. Almost went head on.
That's Chris.
Alright, pass him there. Let me get somebody call her so I can pay real quick.
103.
A pit maneuver went horribly wrong, sending the suspect's car into oncoming traffic, where it slammed into a civilian vehicle and left it completely wrecked. For the officer, it was a nightmare decision, but for the department, it was only the beginning of a day spiraling into chaos.
You know I don't got nothing, bro. Watch out, watch out. Back, man. Oh! Yeah!
Somehow, the suspect slipped into the driver's seat, and in a flash, he took off in the patrol car, leaving dozens of stunned officers frozen in disbelief. A stolen police cruiser right under their noses. The officers pulled off a clean pit, sending the stolen patrol car skidding across the road. Just as it came to a stop, Boyd threw open the door and took off on foot, sprinting into the open. The chase shifted from tires to boots. A deputy quickly closed the distance and fired his taser, dropping Boyd to the ground and ending the chaos in a flash. The suspect, Antavius Boyd, is now behind bars at the Coweta County Jail. He faces 3 counts of aggravated assault and 2 counts of felony fleeing, charges that reflect the extreme danger he posed to officers and the public. Boyd is also being held accountable for a high-speed crash involving a patrol vehicle that injured an 82-year-old woman.
All right, relax. Hey, we got it. Relax, we got it. Calm down. We're good. Hey, here's what we're gonna do. Grab me some shackles.
In this final case, one reckless decision turns a traffic stop into a crash scene and leaves the suspect facing serious charges. July 31st, 2021. In the heart of Atlanta, a black Chrysler 300 whipped donuts in a live intersection, reckless, loud, and surrounded by traffic. When troopers lit up the blues, the driver hit the gas, launching a dangerous pursuit through city streets. Flying down Jonesboro Road at over 100 miles per hour, the suspect weaved through civilian traffic like a ticking time bomb. With so many vehicles nearby, every second of the chase carried the looming threat of a deadly crash. The driver blew through an intersection at high speed, narrowly missing a head-on collision with an oncoming vehicle. Thankfully, the trooper reacted just in time. Any delay, and this chase could have ended in disaster.
Watch oncoming traffic, watch my brakes. Clear, all the way down. Drop in loading lane.
Once again, the suspect sped into an intersection, but this time, luck ran out. The vehicle lost traction and slid hard, slamming the right side wheels into the curb. Both tires blew out instantly.
Clear westbound Ferguson for Metro. Crossing Quaker.
Clear
crossing Quaker Street on Metro for Ferguson. Goes on there.
Oh, get on the highway, bitch. I dare you. Oh, you done fucked up now.
We are turning right onto the connector.
Can't do it right now.
As the chase hit Georgia 166, Trooper Allen delivered 2 consecutive pit maneuvers. The suspect lost control. His vehicle spun counterclockwise and slammed directly into a parked tractor trailer.
Hold on about 80. Setting up for pit 42, pit attempt. Failed. Setting up again. We'll cross Enterprise Road. He's going to cross him again. Clear northbound, approaching fire, and it's for take the. 50 circle, 50 circle, 50.
as the driver fled on foot. Trooper Ennis deployed his taser in an attempt to stop him. The driver was taken into custody shortly after, and his accomplice was caught soon after that when officers moved into the woods to track them down. The suspect sustained minor injuries and received medical attention before being transported to the Fulton County Jail.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, there's more waiting for you. Subscribe now and jump into the next wild pursuit. It's just a click away.